Hi, welcome back to another edition of Max and Nicky VGM Reactions, where we listen and react to video game music. Often songs that we're already familiar with, that we've heard many times before, but sometimes songs that we haven't heard before at all, maybe suggested by you guys, our subscribers.
That's right. What we like to do on this channel is listen all the way through the track before we talk about it,
and then we'll talk about it. We'll react about. We'll talk about a reaction. We'll analyze it. Maybe talk about some history about it.
If we should know the history,
sure.
We also want to mention that we have another
YouTube channel
called Max and Nicky,
on which we perform oldies, tunes, jazz standards, and originals in that vein.
We have comedy videos on there as well, if you should be interested. What are we going to listen to right now, actually?
We're going to listen to the main theme from Star Fox. Classic song. It's one of the best video game tracks of all time, in my opinion.
That's right. So why don't we do that?
And who wrote it, real quick?
Well, I was going to talk about that after a bit. It's Hajime Hirasawa wrote it. But let's take a listen to that right now. Here we go.
That is just,
man,
there's so many layers going on in that.
That is a feat of orchestral music making right there. I mean, you know, what's so good about this piece, well, I'll just, from personal experience, you know, my mom, who did not grow up with video games and, you know, kind of maybe didn't think a whole lot of it. My older brother at one point was like, well, do you even know video game music that well? And he started playing, without telling her this was a video game song, he played this, and she's like, oh, that's really great. And she's like, what is it? And my older brother's like, it's Star Fox, a video game.
Our older brother said it's from Star Fox,
did I say,
the video game. What? Well, you kind of mumbled it. What you
sorry. Yeah, our older brother mentioned that it was from Star Fox, and
she was surprised.
And yeah, and so video game music. What's cool about this is obviously the sounds are not, you know, real.
They're samples.
They're sampled sounds. But it adds to an extra quality to it than regular orchestral music.
Sure.
It makes it sound cool. I mean, it sounds...
Well, no, not that other orchestral music isn't cool, but...
No, of course. This would sound cool as a regular orchestral piece as well, but it adds an element to it that obviously makes it
Makes it
sound
uniquely video game
sounding.
music.
But not only that, it just there's a quality in the sort of attack and release of the velocities of the instruments that are being played, that clearly something's being played with a keyboard, obviously. And so the possibilities on those instruments are not idiomatic necessarily about what it's being played exactly. You know what I mean? Like the piccolo, what's trying to recreate a piccolo flute sound, is doing a lot of complicated things that,
by the way,
can only be accomplished
that piccolo
with a keyboard.
flute, it was so cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it was doing a lot of cool things. Like, I mean, it was really cool.
And obviously, at the end, you had this kind of delay effect that was pretty
Sure.
cool.
I mean, there's something also that's achieved in this track, along with the rest of the songs in this soundtrack, that is very uniquely Star Fox. It sounds like Star Fox. There's something. It's almost like some of these samples are like reverbed out or something like that.
Well, sure,
probably. It sounds interesting.
Well, I love that, this swell and everything.
I mean, obviously, this kind of song is very influenced by John Williams, no doubt about it. It sounds like a John Williams song as if John Williams were to compose for video games.
Sure, and also, I just love that kind of marching, this sort of, the snare that's kind of has like this marching band quality to it.
But even these like parts of the song that it goes off into other territory.
Right, there's this kind of more of a soaring sort of ballady kind of part.
It sounds like Superman or something.
Yeah,
like
it has
that,
kind of more of the sort of a softer part what they're trying to mimic is a French horn or horn and F kind of sound, and it's kind of a cool part too,
Sure, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of cool things in this song, and man, just the whole soundtrack's really good. But this is in particular just
you can see why this was the main theme.
Sure, yeah.
Thinking,
I mean,
this is
it's so.
I think
good.
this happens on the credits though. Actually.
I've heard this song so many times. I was getting goosebumps even now on my.
It's very, very good. It's very good.
Anyway, I think,
and it, I just gotta say, what is his name? Hajime Hirasawa. He must have a classical music background. I mean,
sure.
He's gotta.
Anyway, great tune. I think that'll do it for this reaction video. If you like what you heard and saw today, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications to find out about more Max and Nicky VGM reaction videos.
Please keep tuning in.